Pookie, looks like it's time for Sunday Inspiration Live.
Oh my gosh, there's no thumbnail.
We'll show it in a little bit.
I'm only teasing.
Yeah,
It's like, look, it's 9 o'clock. We're here. Yay!
But first,
crazy.
let's crank up one of the theme songs.
Okay,
all
let's do
right?
it.
Let's
Yeah.
wake up to a new
Let's
day.
wake up.
Here we go.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. Oh yeah, gratitude. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive.
Look at all these beautiful people in the comments already.
When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive. So many of our regulars.
Sing it.
Wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me.
Free to be you, baby.
I'm free to be me. That's the best, right? Free to be me.
That's right.
Well, you're free to be you right here, right now, in this beautiful, beloved community.
Well, welcome to Sunday Inspiration Live. What do we call this thing?
I know, that's so funny. Bob, you just pulled a Pookie.
I know. I just pulled a Pookie. You mispronounced the name of the show. It's been everything from Inspiration Sunday to
Inspiration Live Sunday mornings.
but it's season 3, episode 26. Which means we are pretty much right at the 2.5-year mark of streaming live
Every Sunday.
with rare exception here and there. But yeah, we love doing this. We love coming at you. So when we get to the main talk today, and I will show the thumbnail now. Is that it right there? No, that is not it at all. This is it. It's got the pain and grace of letting go is our theme today. And so when we get to that main talk, I'm thinking I'm going to give Pookie the spotlight. It's going to be a little bit more of a somber tone today when we get to that main talk. But this is life. This is real. And so Pookie's going to be sharing something that's going on in her life right now that's affecting people that are very close to her.
A big event happening. Some of you might already be aware.
Yeah, some of you might be, but yeah. So we try to bring our we're all here about positivity and we like to stay positive and put out that vibe, that high vibe. But we're also humans, and there are ups and downs in life, and we're gonna be sharing some of that stuff with you today.
And it's really designed to benefit you as you move through the same kinds of processes in your own life.
Right.
So I'll be sharing with you my experience, and maybe, just maybe, it will be helpful to someone, even if it's one person in here that benefits from our conversation today. It'll be worth it. Absolutely.
So Utopia Blair, who I know now, I'm starting to make the connection, is Amber. No, you didn't miss my birthday. It's coming up this Thursday, and I'm having a party, and I'll be telling you how to get that. In fact, in the description, the first paragraph of the description of this video, you can find out how to become aware and get that Zoom link. So yeah, we're going to be celebrating. What's that? An 80s theme. I'll be playing some 80s songs. I'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Hey, and I want to say this to you: if you are a first timer, and this is your first time being here with us live, please go into the comments and make a comment. I know it's like sometimes people just don't want to be seen, but we want to know that you're here, and we would love to acknowledge you. And if you could let us know where you are viewing from, that would be really helpful, because we do have a global community. And actually, believe it or not, some people stay up really late at night just so that they can be here with us every Sunday. So let us know if that's you. And if you're new, let us know in the chat so that we can welcome you, because we're really happy that you're here and really excited that you're a part of our Sunday morning.
Look at this already. Tina says, I'm coming to the party. Tracy from Dublin says, can't wait to partay.
Oh, yeah, can't wait to partay.
Mary Rose, this is an awesome comment. Bob, are you ready for your 39th birthday? I am so ready to celebrate 39.
All right, but there's something that you need to know.
Yep.
You got to get outfitted in some 80s gear.
Oh, my God. I'm not sure what I'm
going to
going
have a costume party? I mean, a costume contest.
That is the plan.
All right, I think it's a great
It was a
idea.
spontaneous combustion from last Sunday, Pookie. Let's have it. So I don't know how that's going to work. Well, how the voting's going to take place, or what the prize is, but we'll figure that out
Oh
between
yeah,
now
yeah.
and Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. So 80s theme.
That's right.
So get on your best 80s gear. And if you're an 80s baby, well, then you get to really have a lot of fun. And think about what your mom was wearing when you were born.
That's right. So big hair, whatever you want to,
Yeah.
spiked, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
But yeah, we'd like to see you in your little Zoom frame somehow.
Yeah.
Or maybe you can have a background. Choose if you can use the Zoom background.
But we're doing a contest for the best.
You're right, the best costume. So you got to be physically dressed. Yeah.
Rocking that 80s vibe.
Mary Rose says she's ready for her costume.
This is going to
I
be so much
cannot
fun.
wait to see what you guys dress up in, or myself even. I have no idea. Someone's going to help me.
No
I'm sure.
spandex.
Yeah. No. I have to stand up and
It
show
will
that.
not be allowed.
No spandex. What we've been doing in recent months is we simultaneously, in addition to streaming live on YouTube, we've been streaming live to Pookie's Facebook profile. But there was some glitch with it, and so we're streaming live. We're supposed to be streaming live to my Facebook. And so Lisa and those of you who normally are been watching over on Facebook on Pookie's profile, it won't be there. But if you're friends with me and you know where to find me,
Sorry, peeps.
you can comment there. And so, yeah, we'd love to see the Facebook commenters. If you're watching there, then pop something in the comments. It should show up here during the live stream, and also be able to see it later.
Hey, little mister.
Yep. So that's where we're at. So we're going to stick with a lot of the normal formats. We're going to be probably playing an extra more video segments than usual on this Sunday. But let's do what we normally do and what we love to do and get us all centered here. I'm going to grab the guitar, and Pookie, why don't you take us through a little
All right.
synchronistic breathing
Mm.
thing.
This is a beautiful time every Sunday morning where we come together and we activate our hearts in deep connection and gratitude, right? And we do it through our breath, right? This life force energy that's breathing us. We don't even think about breathing. We don't think about our breath. We don't think about, are we breathing? Do I have to breathe in? Do I have to breathe out? Am I breathing? None of that thought. It's automatic. It's the automatic process that our body does in order to keep us alive, just like our heart beating. We don't have to think about beat, don't beat, beat, relax, beat, beat, beat. We don't have to do any of that, right? It already does it. That's that divine intelligence that you are, that's living through you. That divine essence of your being is beating your heart and breathing your lungs, right? That gives you this life force, this life energy. And so in this moment, we gather together and we send our energy and our attention to our breath as we're breathing, and we just give so much gratitude for this beautiful life force that is breathing us without our awareness, our having to be present to it. It just is automatically happening. This life, this breath. And we breathe and we recognize that this is the sign of life. They look for, when people make their transition, the first thing that they notice is that they stop breathing, that the chest goes quiet, and the breath, that breath of life, is no longer present, right? And so right now we have such deep gratitude for this breath. And so I want you to just focus your energy right now on your breath. I want you to be present with your breath, just allowing yourself to breathe evenly and comfortably, whatever is comfortable for you. Maybe it's a nice, low and even breath. Just allow your chest to raise and lower with each breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. And let's just experience that for a moment. I'll be quiet, and I want you just to connect with your breath. Maybe put your hands on your chest so that you can feel that. All right, now I want you to breathe in gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Breathe it in deeply too. We're going to change our breathing right now. Just breathe in gratitude. And hold Hold it right there. Hold that gratitude inside of your being, inside of your body. That gratitude, just let that gratitude be there just for a second. And then I want you to breathe out love, 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 love. Now with the next breath, I want you to breathe in peace. Breathe in peace. Peace, 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 peace. Ready? Here we go. Hold it there at the top just for a minute and feeling that peace inside of your body, moving into every cell. Peace, 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 and release the breath with compassion. And then on our last final breath, I want you to breathe in the energy of joy. Joy, joy. All right, are you ready to breathe in some joy? Let's breathe in joy together. Breathing in. Hold it right there at the top just for a second. We're going to exhale oneness. Exhale oneness. Ready? Let's go. If your hands are on your chest right now, you might want to rub it around a little bit. Say thank you, thank you, thank you for this breath of life that's breathing my body. For this breath of life that's supporting me. Thank you for these beautiful lungs. These lungs that breathe me every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we offer just so much gratitude to the breath, to our lungs, to the presence of life within us. And we bow in deep gratitude for all that we are given and for this beautiful gift of life. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you, Creator, for all of the many gifts that you bestow upon us. We are so grateful for this opportunity to live, to love, and to laugh together in these precious moments right now. And so it is. Did you feel that? Oh, did you know that when we did that, when we were breathing together, we were connecting with each other all over the world, like we were synchronizing our breath, breathing together, realizing and recognizing our oneness. Because all this stuff, like this physical body stuff, that it appears that we're like separate beings. We're not. We're all one in this beautiful field of love. Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome. That was beautiful. Let's see, we're going to stick with the program here. We're going to, like I said, we're going to be playing more video content this morning than usual. And so we haven't, there's a song that we call I Choose to Live in a State of Love. And so I have a recording of that from a year and a half, a couple of years ago that we did during a live that was a really good version of it. So I'm going to play that right now. And as that song is playing, just continue to put in there. I'm already seeing a lot of them here, but let us know where you're watching from. Like Gorky's watching from Kissimmee, Florida.
Yeah.
I saw someone from Croatia here earlier.
Wonderful, thank you.
Yeah, and so we're going to be highlighting some comments in a little bit, but for now, as the song plays, pop in there where you're watching from if it's your first time. I think some people have indicated that as well. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about the birthday party, how to get that Zoom link. We'll talk about some other stuff and highlight some comments. We got some photos to share before we get to our main talk. And so without further ado, I guess go ahead and enjoy this recording of an original song, I Choose to Live in a State of Love. Sing along as soon as you get the hang of it. All right?
Oh, you'll get it.
Yes,
That's
you will.
good.
Here we go. So here we go.
Okay.
Another song. This is the one. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of love. I let in a state of love. I let the love surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me. I choose to live in a state of joy. I let the joy surround me, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the joy surround me, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the joy surround me. Back to love. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me. I choose to live in a state of love. I let the love surround me, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround, surround me, surround me, surround me. Let the love surround me. Let the love, let the love surround me. Let the love surround me.
That made my nose
It made your nose what?
buzz.
Ah, if I had $1 every time my nose buzzed from a good song. There you go.
Wow.
I think we
Yeah, no, it's a
figured.
good thing that we did the video.
I think we figured that was from like almost 2 years ago.
Yeah. I lost
So-
that flower in Mexico.
So you knew it was before
I was
October.
like, yeah, that was at least a year ago.
Yeah. So that was good. Thanks for letting us share that with you, a recorded version of that song. I'll be doing a live version, a live song a little bit later on after Pookie's after the main talk, which Pookie's pretty much gonna steer this morning. And so let's do a couple of things here. The birthday party has already been mentioned, but let's go ahead and really talk about it here. So yes, this coming Thursday, June 29th, it is yours truly's birthday.
He's not turning 80.
I'm not I'm not turning 39. It's somewhere between 39 and 80. 80 is a reference to the theme, the decade. Was this Thursday, June 29th, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on Zoom. This is a free party. It's open to our fans and followers. It's an 80s theme, so that means I'm going to be playing a lot of 80s songs. Pookie will jump in when she feels inspired on some of the songs. So we're encouraging you to wear 80s stuff. They just have an '80s theme. It's just gonna be a very lighthearted, fun
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, fun, fun, fun. Let's have some. Let's party it up, 80s
I
style.
may do some song parodies from the '80s.
Oh my goodness.
And then we'll have opportunities every 2 or 3 songs. We're going to stop and open it up the Zoom and unmute some folks who want to say some stuff, especially if we haven't met you before on Zoom. This is a great opportunity. We started doing this in 2020 when we couldn't meet in person. Normally I would have some kind of a gathering or birthday party in person, and so we didn't have that option in 2020. And so, well, let's do a Zoom party. And it was so much fun. It's become an annual tradition. So I think this is the 4th year in a row that we've done this, actually on my birthday. So I'm really looking forward to that. So here's the thing. I'm not just going to publicly post the Zoom link, the registration link. For a couple of reasons, but we just want this to be people that truly follow us, not to some rando person that wants to come in and, be a Zoom
Disrupt stuff.
bomber. Yeah.
You've been in rooms where people just come and they just are very disruptive.
Yeah, and they just, I don't know. It's
We're just not up for that.
It's like the new version of the phone
Good
phone
vibes only,
prank.
man.
That's right. And so to do that, all you have to do, I'm mainly going to be getting this out by email and text. And so if you're already on my email list, if you get kind of regular emails from me, and you may be on the list and not know it because it's going into a promotion folder or something, so you need to work that out. But if you've never been on my email list, it's really easy to do. The link actually is in the description here. You can also go to my website at bobbakerinspiration.com, and right there on the home page, right at the top of the home page, you'll see something that says, actually, I'm going to show it to you right now. What that looks like. Just make sure I've got the right page here, and I'll come back to this in a moment. But bobbakerinspiration.com will take you to this page here. This is the home page. Says get your free ebook. You click on that, and it'll eventually will take you to a page that looks like this. So basically, you get on the email list, and we give you a free ebook. It's something we created about 6 months ago that we spent a full month working on. How to turbocharge your life, 5 steps to unleashing your purpose, passion, and play. And if you don't have that yet, get that. And then also by email is how I'm going to be sending out the link in the registration where you can register for free to get the Zoom link. And that's how you get that. I'll come back and tell you a little bit more about the website in just a second here. Actually, maybe we're there now. I don't know, but we would love to see you at the birthday party. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come ready to party and have some fun and share some laughs, and I'm sure there'll be a little comedy thrown in. And in fact, I'm going to have to start looking over my '80s song list and deciding what I'm going to play and start freshening up on those. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'd love to celebrate with you in addition to what we do here. But again, speaking of the website, I just a couple of things I want to highlight. When you go to bobbakerinspiration.com, I'm just going to hit all these right now, just so you know what's available to you. We love interacting here on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook, that's great too. But there are other ways that we can interact off of these platforms. And so when you go here, again, the main thing is you can get that free ebook. And you look across the top there's a series of little links there, little tabs that are different navigation links. If you're watching on a digital device like a phone, there'll be like a little 3 lines, and you click that at the top, and then it shows you these options. But free is where you go to get the free ebook and get on the email list. When you click book, that's a way to learn more about my book called The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk. I probably have to take out the word new there because this actually came out about 2 years ago. So my book, The Power of Affirmations.
How about your newest book?
That's actually a great way to put it. My newest book is this book, the physical book number 16. Over the past 25 years, I've cranked out a few titles. This has been available for a while. The paperback, ebook, and also audiobook versions are available online. And all these countries, you can actually click there to go to the specific country Amazon site in all those different countries. The audiobook's available on Audible, Amazon, and Apple Books. And if you want an autographed copy, if we're shipping to an address in the U.S., we'll ship a copy of the book, and Pooki will sign it too, as well as me. And we'll also throw in, if you have a CD player, we will throw in an opening up to the good CD. Has that wake up song on it, and a lot of other music that we think
A
you
lot of other
would
really awesome music.
enjoy. Yeah. And so that's the option when you click the book link. Right next to that is Tribe. If you click that, that gives you information about something we highly recommend that you consider and join if you're not already. Many of the folks that show up here on Sundays are already members of the High Vibe Tribe, but this is the page where you find out all about that. There's a lovely photo here. We're going to probably
Well, a lot
reference.
of those people are here today.
They are, and we're going to be seeing more of them in a video clip that I have queued up. This is our relatively new, 6 months old online community, very robust. This is not a simple Facebook group. This is a specific platform where we can gather together. We have live Zoom events just about every week where we get to see and hear you and interact in real time. Inspiring discussion forums. There's a searchable member directory because it's really important for us that you connect with each other and you extend your global family. We have a growing digital library of Pooki and I of our music and affirmations and different things that we've created over the years. Actually, I just posted a new thing up there about basically brainstorming about the many ways that money can come to you with an affirmation audio that goes with it. Calendar of events, and you can access the site or the platform, the community, I should say, in multiple ways. You could do it through a web browser on your laptop or a computer. There's also a free app that you can use on either an iOS or an Android device that you can access it as well. Of course, there's a fee.
Wait, show them what the fee is.
Oh, okay.
So that, because some people, well, no, it was right
Some
there
people-
at the bottom.
Okay.
You listed it. But
And when you click here, this is where you actually would sign up for it. And if you want to pay just on a monthly basis, it's $36 per month. But I would recommend you maybe click the quarterly option. It's $99 every 3 months, every quarter. That you will be billed, which takes it down to $33. It's around $1 a day. But it comes with so many bells and whistles. We think that your well-being is well worth that.
yeah. And actually, you can just come and let's just say it's not your vibe. It's it's just not. It doesn't. It's and we've had people that have come and they're just like maybe they had a different expectation, and you can cancel at any time,
Right.
and no questions asked or anything like that. It's all good. It's all good. So it's an invitation, really. It's just an invitation to come and get together with us on a more intimate basis. We do a lot of classes and things like that. I lead meditations. Bob does a little bit of spontaneous. Whatever.
It's called the art of spontaneity. Basically, we use improv games and exercises just to have fun and be creative. I do that once a month.
And then we highlight some of our community members, and we allow them to offer their gifts as well. So it's really robust. It's filled with a lot of really good stuff that you can engage in. And just about once a week we have something really awesome happening.
And there's one more thing right next to that. At the top of that navigation, you see VIP, and this is our highest level of service. If you want to interact with us in the most intimate way, actually, it's a mentorship.
This is where you get real Bob and Pooki time.
Yeah, where we connect with you. In your pursuit of a big, bold, bodacious goal. We will help you.
Like if you've got something that you're going for right now, like writing a book or starting a business or a nonprofit or whatever it could be, whatever that is, if you've got like some big, gigantic goal that you're going for and you could use some support, you could use some cheerleaders and a little bit of direction, we're here for that.
Encouragement.
Right? So you do have to apply for it. It is an application, and there is a financial investment that's involved.
Yeah, just know that. Yeah, this is not like we're not able to do unfortunately scholarships for this. It just takes too much of our time and energy. And so if you've just know that there's
an investment.
Right. And so, just fill this out and submit it, and we will get back to you. And so that is what you're going to find here on the website, bobbakerinspiration.com. Thanks for letting us give you the little tour there. And that was cool. So next, let's check in with some comments. And first, I want to highlight, make sure there aren't anything new here. I'll have to come back to, let's see here. For the newest ones, but some people have submitted some super chats, so this is really cool. If you're on a device on YouTube, where this in the same area where you can leave a comment, there's also I think a little $sign icon, and you can actually send a little digital financial love. And so early on here, let's see, House three plant vlogs.
Houseplant vlogs.
Houseplant. Yeah, sent this from, and we really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then our friend Christy from Florida.
Oh, Christy, you're so amazing.
Sent us a super chat. And so we really appreciate that. It was great to meet her for the first time back in May when we were in Florida. Did a workshop in Orlando.
Oh, Brandy's so funny. She's on it. That RV for Pooki.
Oh my God, it's still a thing.
It is still a thing. No, it should still be a thing.
It should still be a
yes,
thing.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the other wiper. Yeah.
This life has just gotten a little crazy these days.
Right.
Yeah. So navigating all of that, but we are absolutely planning an RV trip for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna either borrow one or rent one or something at some point, just so we can say that we did it.
We did it. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're gonna do it. I want Bob to have the experience because I want him to love it as much as I do. Okay.
And we appreciate you, Brandy. Let's send Brandy some love too, because she's. I know she's going through some challenges too, and so
Brandy, we love you.
And you got such determination to keep moving forward, and she's really helps.
Unstoppable.
And she's really into the rescue world with animals and cats and things like that. So she's doing some good stuff, and we want you to be healthy and strong so you can continue that work and that mission. Real quick, some things that we've highlighted, some comments that came in over the time that we've been live here. Hello from Venezuela. Great to see you, South America in the house. That's an awesome.
From Venezuela, welcome.
It's an awesome name. And then houseplants. Also, this is not my first time, but hello from Southwest Virginia.
Wow, you can get your comment up even if it's not your first time.
That's
Just
right.
mention where you're calling.
That's
where
right.
you're viewing from.
And she gave the super chat there.
Yeah,
so
awesome. Thank you.
Tina,
so good that you're here.
Longtime watcher Tina from Houston, Texas.
Houston in the house.
R.K. Gupta from India.
Ooh, we love our Indian relatives.
It's much later in the day there, but I think it's still Sunday. Then Michelle says happy birthday. And for all the June birthdays, she celebrated one earlier this week. So happy birthday, Michelle. We're gonna celebrate you and others here in just a moment here with a little help from our friends. Annette says, I'm new.
Hello, Annette. Welcome. We're so happy to have you here.
I'm sure that means that she is a first-timer.
First-timer.
Yay.
We'd love to know where you're viewing from.
Adele, our High Vibe Tribe member from the UK, says, I need to sort my costume, and I'm an 80s baby.
There you go, you 80s babies. I have a couple of 80s babies myself.
And that'll probably be the wee hours of the morning for Adele.
Actually, 3 of my 4 kids were born in the 80s.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Mine was born in the 90s, and I was in my 20s in the 80s, so you do the math.
I was in my 20s, too.
Crystal said, I went to college in the 80s, so I definitely remember the music.
Yeah, it's good, wasn't it?
That's cool. Valentina, big hug from Croatia.
Hello,
Yay.
Valentina. So grateful to have you here.
Great to have. And of course, coming from us from Edmond, Canada is Clara. Yay, Clara. Last week of school.
Buenos dias.
Happy early birthday. Thank you very much. We didn't get the weather report today. Usually
she's going to pop it in. Don't you worry.
Do that. This is from Deborah here. First time listening to your live feed. I hope you're still here, Deborah. Great to have you. You and your affirmations are part of my daily routine. Thank you for helping me every day. So much gratitude to you both from Southern California.
Oh, we love Southern California. We were married there.
We were just married there less than 2.5 months ago, right?
Right.
So great to have you. Gorky, I mentioned him earlier, but without showing the, but it's Kissimmee, right?
Kissimmee.
It's not kissing me.
I like the kissing me though.
Yeah, that is a
kissing
good.
Kissing me. Come on. Just kissing me.
That's Kissimmee. They probably hate me to say that there in Florida. just like somebody saying, "Oh, I almost called you Bob Barker," like I was hearing it for the first time, like my entire life. And then Adele from Norfolk. Isn't that don't we think Keone is a Norfolk Terrier?
He is a Norfolk Terrier.
I'm sure it's a reference to that.
I'm sure it is.
That area. So
yeah,
Keone.
terriers were big in England.
Is that where I think that's where
because
came from.
They were rat dogs.
Oh my gosh.
They chased the rats.
That's not what our Keone does, though.
Well, we don't know. We have never introduced a rat.
Yeah, he's never seen a rat.
Never seen a rat before. Don't know what would happen.
April's watching from Parker, Colorado. 718 Sarov, who's left a lot of comments earlier. She's from Indiana. There's a couple states over from us.
Welcome.
And 21 Taveri, whatever there, is from Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta in the house.
I have ever only driven through Atlanta. I don't think I've ever actually stopped even to eat or anything there. I've always driven through.
No, I think didn't we stop and eat there once?
I don't remember doing that. No.
Pretty sure that we did. Maybe it was on that trip to the Posy Awards.
Let's see here. I'm just going to see if there are any new comments that we missed that I want to highlight here. Nargis has someone who's having a birthday June 28th, which is this coming Friday.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just check in real quick. I always like to highlight, especially new people here. Got Dora Lee in our house.
Dora Lee. Oh my gosh, I almost called you the other day. I'm going to do it. I'm going to call you.
Okay, I think we've got that right now. Good morning. Aretha, is it? Let's see here.
Yes.
Good morning from Mississippi. Love you guys. Your amazing affirmations have made my heart smile. My life has changed so much. I love hearing that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you so much, Aretha.
Wow, Cherie says the power of affirmations and self-talk helped save her life. Wow, that's a pretty powerful testimonial. Well, thank you, Cherie. Actually, we
love you, Cherie.
We have photos and video of Cherie.
We love Cherie so
coming
much.
up. She's here right in the St. Louis area, but she's been traveling, and we have photos from that.
She's been traveling. What's she been doing, Bob?
Well, I'm gonna have to show. Actually, that is coming up after our little celebration applause thing. Crystal, who's a member of the High Vibe Tribe, said, "When's the next meditation, Pooki?" We've had a couple things.
Unexpected events happen.
Yeah, which will probably
interfered.
Shed some light on that. So we haven't booked those yet. So actually, we need to get a lot of our July events on the schedule, but we will have nearly
weekly events. Yep.
Yeah. On average, they average out to one a week. All right. So I think that's. Oh, and that's right. We sent Tracy some of our CDs. I love my CDs, guys. I will be forever grateful. Yay, yay, yay. All right, cool. And so we have first-timers here. We've got other people celebrating birthdays this week. And so we want to celebrate you. And so we've gathered together, a group of our friends. They gather with us every Sunday morning in Studio B right next door. And this time, they just wanted to come out of the goodness of their heart. We didn't have to bribe them with any kind of food or anything. Although we did say that, what did we say? We said, oh, wait. Laura says, first time watching here at our assisted living center in Columbia, Maryland. We're excited to see what we'll have. Really, you're at, are there other people around, at the assisted living center watching live stream?
We could be on a big screen right now,
in
Bob.
In a group setting?
Oh, my gosh.
Hello.
Right, well, hi, everybody.
Hello there in Columbia, Maryland.
Gosh. Yes, hi.
We're so great. This applause goes for you.
Yeah.
Assuming you're in assisted living, you probably lived a few years. You got some wisdom. You've had a lot of life experience, and so we also want to celebrate that, even if it's not your birthday this month. So this is just to celebrate all our folks. We got our folks queued up. They're ready. They're in place. Let me just check with our producer over there. Yes, I think they are in place. And on the count of 3, we're going to cut to camera 2, and this is all for you, a celebratory, just for being you, being here, and living life. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm trying to figure out which one of those people is the one who's going woo hoo 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 hoo. I think it's the big guy in the middle jumping up and down.
That's so funny.
I think he might be going woo hoo hoo hoo. And if you ever slow this down and look in the background, surprisingly, there's someone in the back, like several rows back, that looks a lot like Pooki. I think
no way.
I think she was
doppelganger.
It was like a cosplay thing. She showed up. Okay, doppelganger. All right, let's show some community photos and also some photos of something cool that Pooki and I did this week. And then we're gonna.
What did we do that was cool this week?
Well, you're gonna have to wait until I show the photo. So Cherie has been mentioned here a couple of times. She had that great testimonial about my book. She lives near us here.
About an hour away.
Or actually less than that, I think. About a half hour south of St. Louis-ish, but maybe an hour. And she traveled to the East Coast this past week. And
no way.
She may be on her way back. And while she was on the road, she met up with some people she had met before. So right here is a photo of Cherie.
Oh my gosh.
That's Cherie on the left with the awesome Samantha Binns on the right.
Samantha. Samantha Benz.
So Cherie must
Ms.
have
Benz.
she must have passed through North Carolina, which is where Samantha lives.
Isn't that so sweet? Look at them. They look like they're having just the best time.
They're both high vibe tribers, and Samantha's actually been leading her own sessions called Peace, Love, and Cha Cha Cha.
Oh, which has been so fun. She brings so much to that experience.
And she has a wonderful, British accent. But Cherie is awesome, and so
She's from Britain.
I think yes. No, she just picked that up in North Carolina. I think from
right.
watching Monty Python. I'm kidding. And so Cherie thought while she was in the area, she's gonna connect with some folks because they both met last summer when we had an event here in July. Cherie also connected with Sandy.
Sandy.
While she was
Sandy Beach.
That's right, that's the Sandy Beach, the one and only. And so that was great. They took this photo and sent it to us.
Oh, so cute, so happy.
I love that Cherie was able to reconnect with some of her high vibers. And we love whenever you meet other people that in the chat here, please take a photo and send it to us. And especially if you're regulars or we know who you are, you're members of the High Vibe Tribe, we will highlight these things. Now Samantha, who lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, for almost I think we're around a year now. She has been hosting like a High Vibe Tribe meetup on our behalf in Raleigh. We've never been able to attend because we don't live there. It's a small group. I mean, she continues to meet, and here is from the June meeting. And I believe
Look at those beautiful smiles. Oh my gosh, there's Scarlett.
That's right. So you see, starting from the right, it's Samantha. Right next to her is Scarlett, who we met when we were in North Carolina recently, and she's also a member of a High Vibe Tribe. Next to Scarlett is Kim, who's been a regular at these meetings and become friends.
Really good friends with Samantha.
Yeah, and then Gail, I believe, is who was on the far left there, and she I think attended once or twice. Too. And so these are small meetings, but she continues to do them at a Starbucks in Raleigh, North Carolina. And the next one's
so fun.
Next one's coming up on Friday, July 7th. So if you know someone in the area,
let them know. We should surprise her sometime.
Oh, just show up at Starbucks.
Just totally freak her out.
Surprise her.
Freak her out.
So Pooki and I know that there's a lot of times that we say to each other, or I think to myself, and I've voiced it to Pooki, we just don't get out and see enough concerts or events. We live here in St. Louis. We always take our own cities for granted wherever we live, and so we actually got out and saw 3 shows. I only have photos from one of them.
Can you believe it?
We went.
My gosh, I felt like we were dating again.
That's right.
What happened? We just got married, and all of a sudden we're going on dates, and we're going to the theater, and we're doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Isn't it wonderful?
All right, it is wonderful.
Mm. So a couple weeks ago or less, we went and the Muni Opera is this was well-known outdoor.
I think it's like the only one in the country.
Theater, where they have musicals all summer long.
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't been there in many years, and so we went and saw. We don't have photos of that, but we went and saw Beautiful, which is the Carole King musical.
Oh, it's fantastic!
It
was beautiful.
Pookie loves Carole King.
Love her.
And the show was great. I just had to look around the people's heads in front of me the whole show. But
the seating was so good.
So, and then we have this thing, Shakespeare in the Park. Many cities do, but this is they've been doing this for many years here.
Are you going to show
St.
a picture
Louis.
of?
I don't have. I didn't have photos of Shakespeare in the Park.
No, you don't have photos of the Muni either.
No, I mean not that I queued up into here. It would take me too long to find them and pull them in.
I thought we were talking about photos right now.
Yeah, we are, but we're talking about events leading up to this photo of this most recent event.
We have a photo.
A photo, two photos
we
of
have 2 photos.
our most recent events.
We have 2 photos.
So they did 12.
We went to 3 events, and we have 2 photos of one of them.
Yeah, there's so much math here. I'm getting confused. So the Muni did 12th Night, and they did it in a modern setting with a Latina vibe, and it turned into a musical that was really well done. And those are free here in St. Louis, free Shakespeare in the Park. Then the other night, though, we went to something that was really cool. Here's our first photo. This is at a place called the Stifel Theater.
I call it the Stifel. I thought they called it the Stifel.
Steve. I think it's Stifel.
The people that worked there called it the Stifel.
Oh, did they really?
Yep, they sure did.
That sounds like a weird name.
Yep.
It's a theater downtown. It's changed names, but it's a really lovely.
It's Kiel Auditorium to me. It'll always be Kiel Auditorium.
Called the Peabody when they
call it. I don't care what they
all
name
this
it.
minutia is
It's
fascinating
Kiel Auditorium
to everyone. But guess who we saw there? Natalie Merchant.
Oh my gosh, Natalie Merchant. Talk about somebody.
Speaking of the 80s, she was in her first claim to fame was with a band called 10,000 Maniacs. They had a bunch of hits, and then she has had an illustrious solo career since then. And a couple weeks ago or less, I saw think it was an ad on Facebook. I said, "Did you know Natalie Merchant is coming?" And she goes, "I love Natalie Merchant." So we got tickets, and we sat yeah, near the front of the balcony. And here's a one shot. They said no photos allowed, but I managed to snap this
Bob,
one.
you broke the rules.
I know I'm a rule breaker, but there's Natalie. You can see her in the middle. But she performed with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. So it was her with an
It
orchestra,
was so incredible.
and she had members of her touring band, like the keyboard player, bass, drums,
And a
a
vocalist.
guitar player, and a backup singer who joined them. But it was really, and the sound in there was just really wonderful. It was
So amazing.
it was a great show, and her voice, and Natalie Merchant has a very unique voice, and man, oh man,
She still got it.
she sounded as good as ever, and the symphony was awesome. They said they only had like one rehearsal that day.
It was so great.
For this tour. So that was cool. So we just wanted to share some stuff that we've been up to. We're getting out and getting some culture. Yeah. It's about time we get some culture.
Well,
All
it's
right.
really nice to go and view art, right?
Yeah.
To experience art, especially art forms that you love.
So here's a lesson for you. Wherever you live, you're probably taking the stuff that's in your own backyard for granted just because you live there and you maybe been there and done that. But check out if there's, especially it's summertime now, if in the northern hemisphere. Check out the things that are going on in your neck of the woods. Are there outdoor concerts? Are there who's coming to town? What can you do? What have you been overlooking? And get out and doing it, and gather some people together, or go by yourself and just see who you run into. Make some new friends. So that's really one of the purposes of showing you that is just to encourage you to do the same thing. Because just haven't been taking advantage of all this great stuff we have here in our own backyard.
I know. The symphony was
All
amazing.
right. So Pookie, I believe it's time now.
Is it time?
For so this is an unusual or something a little out of the ordinary for us on Sunday mornings, but this is called the pain and grace of letting go. And I think what I'm going to do is turn over the chair to you to talk to the folks for a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and give you a break, and I'm going to sing a song while solo. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
All right, so I'm going to turn over the chair. I think
Okay.
I have everything.
All right. Okay. Wow. You just know. All right. Well, hello, everyone. It's so good to be here with you today. And there was a question as to whether or not I was going to be able to be present for this broadcast. We were talking about it because I've had a really well, I guess challenging in many ways week, right? And so because we are committed to providing support for you as you're on your journey, we like to share with you some of the events that occur in our lives and how we're processing them and how we're moving through them. And this is just me sharing with you my own experience of what's occurring in my life right now. So the reason why we don't have any music to share on why I'm not singing today is because we just didn't have time to rehearse because I have not been able to be present. And as a matter of fact, I came walking in the door 10 minutes before this broadcast began. And quickly got dressed and grabbed myself a little coffee because I was at the hospital. And maybe some of you are aware of what it's like to be at the hospital with a loved one, with someone that you care about, someone that you had a magnificent journey with, that they've been a part of your life in some way, and someone that, is getting ready to make their transition, and it's very difficult. And so the person that I'm speaking about is my ex-husband, the father of my two sons, Howard Stephen. And we took him to the emergency room, my sons and I, on Tuesday, and he was admitted. He had fallen. They do believe that he had a stroke, and a mild stroke. And while he's been in there, after a number of tests have been done, they are pretty much they haven't. We had a biopsy done a couple of days ago, but he had a very, very difficult time coming out of the anesthesia. So we went into ICU, and we thought we were going to lose him on that night. And this is someone that I love. We had a beautiful life together when we were together. We created two magnificent, beautiful children, two boys that are just divine. And, but as we grew together, and this sometimes happens in relationships, we started growing. We started growing apart in different ways. Our values started changing. And the reality of it is that in 1998, I woke up spiritually to the truth of who I was. And prior to that, we weren't living, we were living a very, let's just say, not spiritual life. Not that we weren't like, we were good people. I taught my children, the golden rule and not to steal and all the things that we teach, of how to have good manners and how to behave in the world and all those things. We just didn't have like a spiritual or a religious experience in our family. And we agreed that for whatever reason at that time in my life, well, I know what was going on. I was kind of angry at God for a while. Maybe some of you have been angry at God. Maybe you're angry at God right now. But I was angry at God for a minute. And so then I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do my life without that. And in 1998, on July the 28th, I woke up. I had a spiritual awakening that was so profound, and when that happened, everything for me in my world changed. I became very aware that there was something so much more beautiful and so much more powerful that was being gifted to me, and it was an opportunity for me to dive in and to discover more about my spiritual being and more about who I am in my spiritual nature. And he was not in. He didn't want to go with me on that journey, and so it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes in our lives we have relationships, and the relationship changes. So our relationship changed. My love for him didn't change. I still love him. I love him as the father of my sons. Every holiday, for Thanksgiving and Christmas and birthdays and Father's Day and Mother's Day, we spend together as a family unit. And, we've just been loving each other and caring for each other, realizing that we've both chosen different paths in our lives. And so now, we took him to the hospital as a family, and we stayed with him all day. And I've been with him every day. In fact, I was with him again this morning, and I was with him last night until midnight. And, we're just making sure that he has what he needs and that he's comfortable. And, they did some scans. He had some challenges with his breathing. And so they've found some concerns. They did a biopsy. We won't have the results of that, but they think that it might be terminal, you know, and that his because of the type of mass that's on his lung, it's not able to be removed. He also has lost 50 pounds in the last 2 months. So he's weighing 120 pounds and he's 6'3". So he's really kind of skinny, and he doesn't really have a lot of strength and whatnot. So it's been really hard to walk this journey with my boys and their father. And, it's like the handwriting is on the wall. And so the most important thing that is, that I believe is the most important choice to be made in this moment is just to love, and just to create an environment where he's as comfortable as possible for as long as he's here. We don't know. He's going to turn 70 on July the 15th. And our hope is that he makes it that far, and who knows, he may have an indomitable spirit and may live, a few more years. However, the prognosis is not really good, right? And if he were more open to like spiritual healing and things like that, if he would welcome that, because you really can't impose your will on other people. You understand? I'm a Reiki master. I've been a Reiki master since 2000. So for 23 years, I've been a Reiki master, and I could send him healing energy and visualize that mass and all of that. However, if he does not want that, or if he does not believe that that's going to be helpful for him, then it isn't going to work, right? We can want it so much for others, right? This is that part where we have to let go. We can want that. I want so much to see him healed and to call in the divine and to ask the angels, and because it's very, very powerful. Those things do happen. Miracles do happen. We are spiritual beings, you know? And so a miracle could happen for him, but he has to be inviting the miracle in. He has to be saying that he wants this, you know? And he's not saying that. He's not asking for a miracle. He doesn't really believe those things. And it's okay because that's his freedom. When we talk about free to be me, well, he's free to be who he is too. And so a lot of the gifts and the tools that I have that I could make available to him, they're just not, they're not welcome. They're not desired. And I have to let go. And it's really hard, because I want to help. But I have to let go of my desire to help him and just honor him where he's at. And that's really, really painful. At the same time watching my children suffer as they're observing their father in such a declined state of being. And so we have to let go when people have their own. It's his journey. This is his life path. I don't know what is right for him. I don't. I don't. I don't. If I say that I know what's right for him, or if I say he should be doing this or he shouldn't be doing that, when I get into that place, that's my ego operating. That's my ego. That is not my soul self. Because my soul self knows that I cannot know the highest purpose of this being. I cannot know what this soul's journey is. Just because he denies any spirituality or any relationship to a creator or to a divine source doesn't mean that that's true. You understand? Because I fully believe that when he makes that transition, he will become aware of his divine aspects of all of his being, right? So even now, as he's in the hospital, and he's starting to get a little bit better, but he's like on a puree diet, so he's not able to swallow food, and he's still taking pain medication. And pardon me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, that was releasing something. You know that, right? When you sneeze, like an unexpected sneeze like that. So I'm letting go. That is me letting go. That's me letting go. Right? That sneeze is releasing that. So I believe that when he goes through the pearly gates, he's going to find out, dude, you're an awesome divine being. You just forgot, right? And there's so many people, we talk about this. There's so many people that out there in the world that forget. They forget who they are. They forget that they're divine and magnificent, and they're connected to the creator of all life, and and they forget that. And so all of those tools that are over there aren't available to them. And if they're not inviting you to come in, and you're just kind of forcing your will on them, that's your ego. Pay attention. Pay attention and step back, because I had to have a moment with him yesterday, as a matter of fact, where I looked at him and I said, I have to be honest with you. I'm saying, like, this needs to happen and this needs to happen. You need to do this. And I have to tell you right now, in this moment, I do not know. I don't know. I said, I'm trying to figure it out for myself. I'm trying to figure out what Pookie should be doing. Like, I'm paying attention. Like, that's where my focus needs to be, is in this whole process of going through this experience, right? Because I already know that he's not going to die. His soul, his spirit, his essence is going to continue to live on. I already know that, right? And there's really no grief in that. Like, and I know this is hard. I know this is so hard for many of you that have lost beloveds. It's so hard because we think that they leave us. And the true reality of it is that we're just all here on a divine journey. And we all have, like, we're all here learning lessons. And sometimes people forget and they don't remember in this lifetime, and it's okay. I believe that we will have another opportunity to remember if we don't. I believe that there was probably a lifetime that I lived where I didn't remember. I don't know. I can't guarantee these things, but I look for what resonates, what feels right for me, what feels good to my soul. What belief could I hold, you know? And so for me, I believe that we don't die, that we just shed this physical body and that we move on in our brilliant magnificence onto our next incarnation. And what that is, I don't know. I don't know if we come back into a body. I don't know if we become, like angelic beings. I have no idea. I have no idea. But what I really truly believe is that this being, my soul, continues to live on, continues on its journey. And that in this process, in this lifetime, I'm here to learn many things. So, moving through this state in a state of grace, having grace for myself, giving myself grace as all of the feelings are arising. Because these thoughts come up like, what if I had done this? Or maybe if I had done this, this would have been better. If I had done this, my children are even saying, well, if we had done this, maybe this wouldn't have happened. If we had done, and those kinds of things show up. And that's a natural process for all of us to go through, right? Is that questioning. But the reality of it is that we could only do what has been done. It is absolutely perfect in the way that it's unfolding. This is a beautiful opportunity for us to move together in a state of grace, compassion, love, and infinite forgiveness. Because, as families, we have things with each other, that we might need it in moments like this. These things kind of come up, like where we ask forgiveness for things that we did in our relationship, right? As we're getting ready to release a beloved into the, and the Native Americans call it the other camp, the camp on the other side. And it's a struggling process for my children to go through, to watch their father in this state of decline, because he's not old. He's just 69. There were only 8 years between us. But he made some very different choices in his life, that brought him to the place where he is today. And probably one of the greatest opportunities for forgiveness is for him to forgive himself. Because as it's kind of slowly settling in that he's not going to be here much longer. My sons haven't had children yet, so he made the remark of like, I guess I'm not going to have grandchildren. And my sons are the last of the line, of the Stephen line. And so, there's a regretting that's occurring, right? And so we have to just honor this place and move through this time and be very gentle with ourselves and be very gentle with each other as we are walking a beloved one home. And in a really literal sense, you know. And his condition is such that I don't know how comfortable he's going to be throughout the remaining days, months, years of his life. He's really in a compromised state, and weight gain is a challenge at this time. He weighs less than I do. He weighs 120 pounds, so he's 6'3". So as we're bearing witness, I just have deep compassion for this soul's journey, and I'm so grateful and honored to be here with him as he's making this journey. And yes, it's very challenging at times. And yes, he's very strong-headed and very resistive, and sometimes, I could take those things personally, and I recognize that I cannot, and that this is his journey, and he gets to do what he wants to do. He gets to live his life out the way that he wants to, and he's making choices that I wouldn't make. However, that's really none of my business. My business is to love him, to support him, create my own boundaries, of course. I can't just drop my entire life and just go and take care of him, because he's going to need a pretty high level of care moving forward. I'm not able to do that because I have things that I'm creating in my own life, right? And so it's just that whole thing of letting go of, this feeling of obligation, being present when I can and when it feels right for me. Also, I'm creating a list of things that I'm willing to do. Like I'm willing to come to the house once a week and pick up laundry and take him to lunch and check on him. I'm willing to be available by phone to talk to him. I'm willing to do some things, but I'm not willing to go over there every day or, these kinds of things because for the last week, that's been my life. My life has been at the hospital supporting him and my children. And a lot of things in my life have been put on the back burner, such as meditation and all that kind of stuff. All right. So I have to create a balance in my own life. And it's so important, at this time. So also too, moving to that process. And we'll probably, I know as we go through this experience, like this is where I'm at right now. He's not gone yet. However, there will come a moment where he is. And I'm pretty sure that we'll talk about that here too, right? To help some of you navigate. But I do want to say something to those of you who already have lost loved ones that are very, very close and dear to you. And you've lost them a long time ago, or maybe a few years ago, or maybe, like it's so important, like the letting go. There's a, there, when when you are in the grieving process, it's so important that you grieve. It's so important that you grieve your beloved one. It's so important, and for you to fully grieve it, fully express your grief, allow yourself to feel the grief, cry, and just whatever it is that however it is that you need to express that, and just fully feel it. But what I want to say to you is, don't stay there. Move through your grieving process. I have some friends of mine who are stuck in the grieving, and their whole life has stopped because all they think about is their beloved one and how they're no longer here and how awful and terrible their life is now without them. And so when one person dies, don't die with them. Don't die with them. The greatest thing that you could do for your beloved is to grieve their passing and then create the most beautiful life filled with joy and love and compassion and happiness. Because if our spiritual bodies move on beyond this physical plane and they can't see us, do you think that they would be happy to know that you can't move forward in your life because you're grieving them? Because you can't get over the grief of them? And I know this is so hard. I know this is so hard. And I'm going to have to deal with this with my own children, with their father. It's really, really hard. But I want to say to you, yes, grieve. But the greatest gift that you could give to your beloved, the greatest honoring, the greatest memorial that you could offer is to live the richest and the most fullest and the happiest life. Live the life that they would have lived. Live for them. Live through them. Don't die with them. Right? I know it's hard. I know it's hard. And this is that letting go, and this is that grace. Oh, and I can hear Bob in the background. I know what that means. It means it's time for me to bring this to a close. However, this is a really, really important topic. And I love you, and I see you. And yeah, we'll get through this. We'll get through all of this together. So I see a process. I see something here where somebody says my mic wasn't really turned up all that way. I hope that you can hear me. Maybe you can turn your volume up on your device if that helps. But you know, I love you. I love you. I love you. And we're gonna move on to the next segments of Sunday Inspiration Live. I think I got it right this time. Did I get it right, Bob? Oh my gosh, I got it right this time. All right. Love you. Love you. Love you. Okay, here comes Bob. Back to his chair. And here's Bob.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Pookie. Yeah, the mic's cranked up.
Could you hear me okay where you were?
Yeah, 'cause I was listening on my phone on both
Okay.
Facebook for a while. And
All right,
then
can
on,
I have the top of my head back?
on YouTube? Oh, yeah, you might want that.
Thank you. Oh, there I
There
am.
you go.
Thank you.
I'm just checking to see. I know people have been leaving comments over on Facebook.
I'm
I
sorry.
just-
When I'm talking, I can't look at your comments, so
No, that's okay.
because I
No.
get sidetracked. I looked over there for 1 second, and then I kind of lost where I was going, so I just decided not to look at them. So I love you, but I'm not able to read comments while I'm like sharing like information like that.
For some reason, the Facebook comments are not feeding into what I'm seeing here on my screen here.
Oh.
But I see a few of them over there on my phone. I was watching on Facebook for a while. Anyway, so yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. I thought in the early first year or less of us doing these Sunday Inspiration Lives, I would often just hand over, just do like what we did here. I'll let Pookie sit down and do her spiel, and I come back and do mine, and then after a while, though, we started like just combining on the talk. So it's been a while since I handed the chair over to you, but I thought this was probably a perfect one to do that because that's a very personal story for you, and thank you for sharing that. And I know a lot of people here can relate to exactly what you're going through and have in various stages of that, whether it's in the present, the future, or the past.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you would like to take a breather, I think I would like to do this song.
Okay, you know what? Then I'm going to step out for just
the-
a
for the
minute.
good
Just
people.
kind of like,
Refresh your coffee.
yeah, refresh my
gather
coffee
your
and take a little
thoughts.
breathe. And so thank you, everyone, for being with me and for sharing in that. And this is still an ongoing journey. So it's my intention to share my journey with you and just to be as real as I possibly can, right? And with my life and with what's going on, and just to be honest, and maybe in some way it can help you. I love you all so
I know you
much.
have. All right. This will be it'll be a short song, but so that's fabulous. This is a song. Yeah, there's a number of songs that I do solo or written. We've never worked up as duets, and this one has it's been a while since I've done it here. There's not really a song that's totally appropriate that speaks to the. Let me adjust this so I'm not just a. There you go. Get Keone in there. I'll just leave that. Oh, hang on. There you go. So it's not obstructing your view of the sky here on the beach. But so there's nothing that totally ties into the theme that a song that we've written. But this is one that's all about reaching out. I know there's a discussion here about you reach out to people and it's not welcome or accepted. But with some people it may be. And so this song a little speaks to that a little bit about caring for those. And this was written also as we were coming out of the pandemic, and a lot of people were spending time alone. But it applies no matter what's going on in the world. So give me a second. I'm going to get a drink here, and I haven't played this for quite a while. So you may or may not have heard it before. Here we go. So many people feel alone. So many rarely leaving home. They muddle through, don't know what's right. But you can't help them find the light. Stop the fight. Who needs your love today? Who needs to hear you say, I'm thinking of you and I wish for you the best? Who needs your time right now? Your love can show them how they matter to you, so they know it's true. So many people who you know sit in the dark, they've lost their glow. A fire that once burned bright is cold, but you can help them find the gold, break the mold. Who needs your love today? Who needs to hear you say, I'm thinking of you, and because of you I'm blessed? Who needs your time today? Who needs to hear you say, I believe in you? I'm so proud of you. Reach out today. Reach out today. Who needs your love today? Who needs to hear you say, I'm thinking of you, and I wish for you the best? Who needs your time right now? Your love can show them how they matter to you, so they know it's true. Who needs your love today? Who needs to hear you say, I'm thinking of you, and because of you I'm blessed? Who needs your time today? Who needs to hear you say, I believe in you? And I miss you too. Reach out today. Reach out today. Reach out today. Reach out today. There you go. Let that sink in. Thank you for the positive comments, and I'm seeing there in the comments section. Haven't played that one in a while, but it has a lot of meanings there. Yeah, there are a lot of people that still, even though we're coming out of the pandemic and we're getting out more and not having to mask up and all that, still a lot of people are isolated and spending time alone, and we do definitely need to reach out to each other and just to call, text people, just let them know that you're thinking of them, so they just don't feel alone. And we do that in many different ways. Of course, we, the High Vibe Tribe, which we talk about a lot, was one of the ways that we do that in a more formal way. But there are all sorts of ways you can do that in your personal life, on small levels and large levels, And so I just wanted to get that message out. And I know Stacy just posted a comment there that says, wow, you guys have no idea how much I need this today. And so I recent months I've been saying it, I usually at the beginning of the broadcast, that there's something here that you're going to hear that's going to spark something within you. It's going to be an aha moment of some kind or another. And so I'm hoping that even though this is a little bit different, a little more somber tone on this one from Pooki in particular, but that it's meaningful and we can all, it's stuff that we either are going through, have been through, or will go through. And so these lessons are important. And so, yeah, I hope you found that nugget of inspiration. And so Pooki will be back in a moment, but so I think what we need now is a little lightheartedness, just to sort of mix up the mood here. We can still be respectful of all the things that we've talked about and still lighten up and enjoy a little humor. And instead of doing my typical Bob's Comedy Corner with the theme song, I have a video queued up of something that happened nearly a year ago. And so you've already seen some of these people today in the photos that we shared, but in the middle of July last year, 2022, we had a weekend event here in St. Louis, which a collection of 12 awesome people gathered together. And we did a special thing when we on the Sunday that they were here that weekend. We streamed live from this venue, and instead of me telling all the jokes, I actually wrote out jokes, and they picked the ones that they wanted to say. And this is a video of that from nearly a year ago, because I make a reference to July 17 or something. It was from around that weekend, but it's appropriate because I don't know about you, but here in St. Louis, it's starting to get hot. It's starting to get that all too familiar hot and humid weather pattern. It's really bad in July and August, as it is in many parts of the U.S. And so this is from a year ago. You're going to recognize some of these people, but I'm going to cue up this video, and it's just hilarious. They all did such a good job, and I just love this. So we're going to play it again for you now. This is called Community Comedy Corner, and you'll see why in just a second. So right now, since this is so different, it's not going to be Bob's Comedy Corner. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Community Comedy Corner. Wow, that's great. All right, so July 17, that's today's date. I always like to see if there's something that inspires me that happened in history. And on this date in 1902, American mechanical engineer Willis Carrier completed drawings for what would become the first modern air conditioner, which I thought was very timely because yesterday was one of the, it set a record in St. Louis for that date. Like it's like 102, 103 is what it got up to. So I thought what a perfect thing to do is it's so hot jokes. And so one at a time, just come up here. All right, Cherie, go for it.
It's so hot out. I saw a fire hydrant chasing a dog.
Yeah, that's right. So you're on live laugh track. Come on, yeah. Okay.
Hey Bob, you know, it's so hot, you need a spatula to remove.
To do what? Let's try it again. How hot is it, Samantha?
I don't get it. Oh, no, I do. Bob, it is so hot, you need a spatula to remove your clothing.
Yeah. Okay. He's got it memorized. It's pretty hot out, Jacob.
Yeah, it's so hot. I saw a chicken lay an omelet.
Wow. That was great delivery.
You guys, it's so hot out.
How hot is it, Dorley?
You know, the birds are using oven mitts to pull the worms out of the ground.
Wrong one. It's so hot, my thermometer goes up and says, "Are you kidding me?"
My thermometer goes up to, "Are you kidding me?" All right, come on now. All right, Karen. Oh, awesome.
It's so hot, even the artificial flowers are dying.
Sorry.
It's so hot, you can wash your clothes and dry them at the same time.
Oh, wow. That was good delivery. Oh, she's got it memorized.
It is so hot out. I poured McDonald's coffee in my lap just to cool off.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I love this.
This one's in honor of my Virginians out there. It is so hot, even the white-collar workers are rednecks.
It is so hot, the cows are producing evaporated milk.
All right, here we go.
It's so hot outside, the ice cream man just changed the sign on his van to read "Just Cream."
Oh, it's so hot. I saw a guy with a sign that read, "Will work for shade." And I think that's it. So we're gonna end it like we started it. So this has been the Community Comedy Corner. I love that so much. It brings back fond memories. That was such an awesome group, and we were just talking about high vibing. And just as an FYI, it's been almost a year now since we did that weekend event. It was kind of small and intimate. And many of those people, I think Lisa was even saying, "Hey, that's most of the high vibe." You know, a lot of members are still part of our high vibe tribe in the online community version. And Pooki and I for months have been talking about trying to recreate something like, where is it going to be? Obviously, there's a lot of things going in our lives now, but we are. If you're a member of the High Vibe Tribe, well, hopefully you'll be getting a message from me soon, talking about some possible times to do something. And we're going to do an intimate for members of the High Vibe Tribe. I know I'm announcing this publicly, but there's another incentive for you to join us there, because we're going to do something on a small scale, just for our members at some point. We've got to work out the details. But we'd love to do that again. I just showed them, Pooki, the jokes from a year ago.
Oh, good.
It's
I
so
was
hot.
just on the phone with my son who's at the hospital.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's minute by minute. Hey everybody, say prayers for me today. I'm a spiritual being and I believe that stuff works.
You definitely do.
I totally do.
So we did the song. They loved it. Community Comedy Corner.
Hey, did you check on your comments on Facebook? And you want to respond to some of them real quick?
I can't see them
From
here.
your phone. You can see from
I
your
can look
phone.
at
Yeah,
my-
just
you
go
want-
and look on your phone real quick and just say hi to people on Facebook.
I know I saw Josh.
We don't know. It's kind of like a little crazy.
There's some glitchy going on here.
Right.
Let me.
Let's see if we can acknowledge some of our Facebook. We got 36 comments.
Hang on. Wait. I gotta look at the comments without playing it.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
okay.
There we go.
I'm trying to stop the video and I can't. Where do I
Just
stop
make it quiet. Just quiet.
Oh
Turn
yeah,
the volume
just
down.
turn the volume down. Well, Lisa's over there.
Excuse us, technical difficulties.
Clara's been over there.
Oh,
Sammy.
good, you guys.
My friend from Rachel. Rachel, who I saw last
beloved
night.
Rachel with Eric. Oh, we love them so much. We attended their wedding. It was beautiful.
We were at their wedding, yeah.
Yes.
And
Such a sweetheart.
And Eric was in the improv show that I did last night. Eric? Rachel was in the audience, took a group photo. I just didn't have ready yet. Eileen Smoke has been over there.
Oh, Eileen, I love you.
And I think that's pretty it. All that I'm seeing right now.
Okay, good. Well,
yeah.
we just want to make sure that we acknowledge our Facebook community too.
We'll try to figure it out, work out the kinks so we can try to get this streaming on Pookie's channel again.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Next time.
Yeah.
So where are we at? Just want to remind you one more time, again, to raise the vibe this coming Thursday, June 29th. It is my birthday. Yes, I will turn 63, not turning 80 or 29 or 39. And I'm going to celebrate with an online Zoom party that's free and open to the public. It's going to be an 80s theme. I'm going to be playing 80s music because that's my jam. So we encourage you to attend, wear something fun, wear something 80s, have some decorations, whatever that means to you.
Yeah, and you only have to do it from like the waist up.
Yeah, because that's why I'm not going to be able to show my spandex pants.
You're not going to be wearing those spandex pants, babe.
I know that. But it wouldn't. It would not be becoming of me at this age.
No.
But that's
like me in a bikini.
Certain things we limit ourselves to.
That's right.
And so we're
all
gonna
good
have what are we gonna have? A costume contest of some kind. We'll figure out between now and then how we're gonna do the voting.
No spandex and no bikinis.
We might have some trivia contest. Not trivial trivia. I don't know what I would. I have a few days to plan it. I'm a come down to the wire kind of guy when it comes to planning these things. And there's going to be opportunities to interact with us. But I'm not giving you the Zoom link directly. I said this earlier. What I want you to do is go to my website. If you're already on my email list, you probably already received it. You may already, as early a bunch of people have already signed up to get the Zoom link. Again, this is free, as opposed to our High Vibe Tribe things that are part of the community, the paid membership. This is free and open to the public.
Yeah.
But if you're not on the email list, just head over to bobbakerinspiration.com, and when you go to there, you come to this homepage, and you could either and what basically to get on the email list, we give you this free ebook. It's not a bribe, but it's just a little incentive. It's an ebook that Pooki and I published.
It's a gift, babe.
It's a gift. Not a bribe. It's a gift. So there's an incentive for you.
But really, don't you want to live a purpose and passionate and playful life? I mean, come on, who doesn't?
That's right.
I mean, right?
So you click this button right here, click here, it'll take you to this page. You just fill out your name and your primary email address and click send me the guide. And then now you're on the list. And so you'll automatically start getting some emails related to this ebook. But this week, I'm going to send a couple of emails reminding you about the birthday party and with the link to get on to get the Zoom link for it. So we just want people that are actually in our world, not just random strangers, who might stumble upon this. We want people that are actually connected and want to be connected with us,
That's right.
And so you gotta, if you're not willing to take that step to just to add your email in there, then you probably aren't really all that committed to playing with us. It's the way I look at it.
It's okay. But you know what? Here's
that's
the
fine
deal.
too,
We're
if you
not
don't want to.
everybody's cup of tea.
That's right. We're okay
Right?
with that.
And that's okay. But the
So-
cup of, when we're somebody's cup of tea, my gosh, we're the most delicious tea that they ever
Oh
drank
my
in their
God, it's
whole
so
life.
good.
It's so good.
We are already at 10:30. You want to go ahead and save that for next time?
Yeah, let's save that for
okay.
next time.
So we're gonna wrap things up. Pookie has things to do, and
Yep.
the dog needs a bath. It's long overdue.
Obviously.
Yeah. Good thing you can't smell. No, just kidding.
No,
he's not
he
that
doesn't.
bad, but it's
he
just
does.
he's overdue. It's been weeks we've been saying he needs a bath, and I need to get to the pool so I can get some exercise in.
Oh, we're gonna get in trouble from our Canny Watch people.
I know. Yeah. So
Today, he's getting bathed today.
So we don't have a dance party at the end because we've spent some extra time on things that I think deserved the time and attention. So we really appreciate you. I'll be posting some new videos throughout the week. I hope to see many of you, as many as possible, at the birthday party Thursday evening.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to just highlight this as this is so true. Randy says, as always, we appreciate Lisa. That's Lisa Shepard right now with add-ons,
Lisa
accents,
Shepard.
and afterthoughts. And for all that she does for our community, she's become a very special person in my life. Oh, that's awesome. And I couldn't have gotten through the last few months without. Oh, that is so sweet of you to say, Brandy.
Lisa is a gem.
She is like she's the perfect person to represent us and be. We have fun names for her, like the head honcho of helpfulness and magical, marvelous moderator. But
And she's all those things and more.
but she's the perfect person to represent us, and she interacts with people in the High Vibe Tribe
She's so
community
amazing. Oh
and the
my
text
gosh.
list.
I want to be more like Lisa.
I know. What would Lisa do? That's what I asked
What would
myself.
Lisa do?
So
Gosh, everybody needs a Lisa in their life.
That's right. And when we have one of those in-person events, Lisa's going to be
Oh
there.
my gosh, she's coming. We're
gonna
gonna
be-
make sure of it.
Yeah, we will make sure that
That is gonna happen.
and that we get to hug each other.
Oh my
in
gosh,
person.
I'm so like, I want to hug her so bad. I want to hug her.
I
Now, see, this is what happens when you join the High Vibe Tribe community and we get to know you a little bit better. Then we really fall in love with you. Not that we don't love you now, we do.
Yeah.
But there's just something that happens, like this divine connection, where we actually see each other and acknowledge each other and recognize each other. And in that recognition, there's just a great adoration that arises. And so it's so beautiful. So thank you to everyone who has allowed me to be a part of your life in that way. I love you so much.
That's why when we do have in-person meetings, we call them reunions.
Yeah.
Whether we've met them in person before or not. If we've met them on Zoom,
Yeah.
and seen them, we know them. It's like
Right.
we're getting together again. But
It's a
almost
family
the physical- yeah.
reunion.
So anyway,
So good.
all right.
Hey, and just to put it,
What?
well, I was just thinking about something, but I'm thinking it might be too early for any of that.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
All right. You'll tease us till next week.
Yeah.
Hope to see you at the birthday party. See you next Sunday. Have a great day, rest of your day. We love you. We appreciate you. And inspire each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.